What's good, people? It's the Rap Roundtable here. Your boy Jarv, Cinsere the Rap Snob, Diddy the Balance, the homie Mace. We just need y'all to like, share, and subscribe when you tap into the videos. We're trying to reach 5,000 subs and eventually 10K subs. And with your help, we could definitely do that. Especially people who watch the videos and don't sub. You watching, we appreciate it. But the subs help us run it up even more. For our people who are already sub, make sure you hit that bell right next to the subscribe option. Pick all. When you pick all, it allows us to feed you what you need to get from us immediately. If you don't hit all, you'll get it when YouTube decides to give it to you. But if you hit all, you get the streams, you get the community posts, you get our regular uploads, you get everything. Hit all, help us run these numbers up, 5K, 10K, build a Rap Roundtable brand. Tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable returns for episode 53? 53. It's a lot of these here. Make sure you catch up. You know what I mean?
We losing count, man.
It's a lot of these episodes. We even got the joints that's not even the number joints. The side episodes,
you know what I mean?
the reactions, the breaking news shit.
We giving
Power
you everything.
rankings.
Power rankings, which, you know, we do it. That's been picking up on the live side of
It
things.
has.
That's been picking up pretty well as
Shout
well.
out to y'all, man.
You know what I mean?
If we count everything, we probably like close to 100.
Yeah.
Over 100.
More.
Over 100.
You know what I mean?
bro.
All the clips.
If you
all
go on
the
our
work.
YouTube channel, it tells you how many posts we have, even like the joints that's in the vault. We got a lot of content out there, and as you can see, since y'all getting to know us, we've been releasing some of the vaulted content for y'all to tap into, because y'all be having your preconceived notions. Then the old shit come. I was like, oh, they been on that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's good to see. But you already know it's your boy Jarv here for a good time, not a long time, alongside the returning Cinsere the Rap Snob.
What up, steady snobbing.
We missed the Rap Snob during his
Facts.
vacation.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You ducked the
back.
fade, but you know what I mean?
Reinvigorated.
you dodged 30 records. You're like,
Oh man, you ducked the fade.
Bro, I think I made a slight dent in that album. I'm up to like track maybe 12, 13.
Okay. You're in the good part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Alongside
right.
Dini the Balance.
May the force be with you.
And on this occasion, it's Mace who's now on vacation. Summertime vibes. Y'all know how that goes.
It's
Yes,
a
sir.
vacation.
You can find the Rap Roundtable on.
Vacation.
Yeah, talk about it. You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube as always,
Yes, sir.
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Real quick, all our YouTube subscribers, if you're here with us, y'all tapping on a regular basis. If you have a Twitter account, make sure y'all tap in with us and follow us on Twitter, because we're going to start getting even more active on that side of things, because it's a lot of conversations, a lot of them wayward, that take place on Twitter. And y'all be thinking we just make shit up, when a lot of times, a lot of our show topics come from Twitter. So join us over there. Get the preview of the episode before you pull up to the episode.
Yeah,
you heard?
yes, sir.
Follow us on Twitter.
Fuck with us.
Find a new platform to yell at us at.
You know what I mean? Talk
On.
exactly. And as always,
We are tonight's entertainment.
yes we are. Yes we are. Yes we are. Listen, man. I'm really hyped to be in here. I love the studio. But
Yo, real quick,
what's good?
let's talk about this beat. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
The beat
retarded.
here, produced by Cinsere the Rap Snob. All
So
you rappers
sincere.
that watch this show, Cinsere has a whole vault of beats. He has, I would say, 53 episodes worth of beats.
at least.
Tap in.
That's the joints that we use on the show.
Shit.
I got hella fire that's
All
not even
heat,
on the
man.
show.
Talk
'Cause it
about it.
It gotta be a show vibe type of beat. You know
Talk
what I mean?
about it. So if you're interested, or you know a rapper, or you're an aspiring rapper, you want to dust your pen off, you want to push your pen, Cinsere the Rap Snob is looking for artists to get his cachet up on that side as well. He's already been placed, and he's looking for even more placements.
Yes. Let the shit
Also,
breathe.
plenty
Let
of
it breathe.
good
Let it breathe.
vibes.
Let him, okay.
All right.
All right, cool.
I'm done feeling
Cool,
myself.
because you don't want them to try to snipe your shit and loop it. You know what I mean?
No
You know what I
sample
mean?
snitching.
That's a fact.
Real quick. Super chats are always available. Donations via Cash Apps are also appreciated and available. And Roundtable merch is on the way. Roundtablemerch.com. On the way. All right. So the game album dropped. We loosely touched on it with Cinsere. Mace, Dini, and I tapped into the album.
Yeah.
I know you heard the record before you went away, which was the Eminem disc, the Black Slim
I
Shady.
actually didn't.
Oh, you
I,
didn't?
Wow.
I didn't even peep it. Nah.
So you saw it, you just said no?
Well, no, because Mace hit the group chat with
Right.
it. It was like the night before, and you know, the night before,
Chaos.
you got to be up early, you got to pack, you got to get everything ready, clean up around the house and shit like that. I was too busy. I was like, nah, if I fall into this spiral, I'm not coming out of it. I'm gonna start going back and forth with these guys on the group chat. So I knew myself. So I held back. I was like,
smart man.
So you defended yourself against yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. But that's okay. You don't need to hear the song so much.
no, but I did. I peeked it.
kinda have to,
Okay.
So
While you were away,
yeah.
there was a bit of a division at the table.
Okay.
Mace and Deanie thought it was a solid diss record. I said I wish I had 10 thumbs to give it 10 thumbs down.
I saw that.
That was extreme.
I didn't like it. It's not. I don't think it's a good diss record. So, but we were at an impasse because as much as I didn't agree that with these guys that it was a good diss record, they did make points that the lyrics were there. A lot of what he said was sharp. There was some barbs in Eminem's direction.
Sure.
So the question that we have for the top of the episode is, what exactly makes a good diss record?
Okay.
So, Cinsere, since you've been away, we've had
Yeah.
enough time to talk.
Yeah.
What do
Rap
you think
snob.
constitutes a good diss record?
Well, let me start off by at least giving my little 2 cents on the track.
Absolutely.
I can't talk about the whole album. I'm still working my way through it. It's a deep dive.
To say the least.
Shallow
Yes.
waters.
But the Eminem diss record, I had to like skip right to it to hear what all the commotion was about. And I'm with you, Jav.
Okay.
I wasn't impressed. And that brings us to the current topic, why I don't think it's a good diss record and what makes a good diss record.
It's not good, and why?
First of all, it's a diss record has to be relevant. It has to be relevant to the times, or it has to be relevant in the sense of it's got to be like some real backstory or like a real catalyst there for it to even mean anything.
Okay.
Right? Queensbridge against South Bronx. You know what I mean? BDP versus Juice Crew. Q versus NWA. Nas versus Jay-Z, obviously. With this, it was like, why is Game even dissing Eminem? And I'm not even an Eminem fan. So it's like, you shooting at somebody that I'm not really a fan of, so whatever. But I have to ask the question, like, why are you even shooting at this man at this point in time? You know what I mean? It's not relevant to the culture. It's not relevant to any actual transgression that happened. You know what I mean? Unless you felt some type of way for being left off of the Super Bowl thing, if that's what it is, it's kind of a weak reason to make a diss record, right? So off the top, a diss record has to be relevant to something. There's got to be a catalyst there. I didn't see like it had no foundation.
Okay.
Second, this shit way too fucking long. If you're speaking about one man for 10 whole minutes, you gotta ask, right? You damn near gotta pause that, bro.
But he talked about things with the do-rag.
Man,
Those balls landed.
and so I'm gonna get to that. But I mean, 10 minutes is just way too long to be talking about any other person, any other man.
Okay.
So there's that. So it's got to be, it's got to be like concise and succinct. It's got to be like, shit got to land. Like you can't have all of these like random bars and hoping that 1 or 2 land when you have like 1,000 bars. Like it's got to be
with a skit in the middle of it.
Right. Like the bars got to land. And here's the thing. I think some of the things he said were valid as far as like the potency of the bars or the delivery. It didn't land to me. And honestly, again, it was like at this point in time, like it's like if he would have dropped this like years ago, it would have mattered a little bit more. But in 2022, anyway.
Who wants this?
Right.
Who asked for it?
Who asked for this? Nobody asked for this. Nobody who cares about this?
Chill, bro.
I'm just listening. I'm loving this right now.
But yeah, so to me, it's got like a diss record has to be relevant. There's got to be a catalyst, a foundation there for even coming up with a diss. It can't be too overly long. It's got to be concise. And shit got to land. And to me, like this record was 0 for 3. So
0 for 3.
0 for 3 based on my criteria.
Wow.
Like you got to think of it like boxing. Like when like your punch got to have a snap to it. Like the chin got to go back when you get jabbed. And like You know what I mean? There was no snap here.
And the bars you would say that's supposed to be the haymaker bar. It's supposed to connect. It's supposed to.
Yeah. It got to connect. It can't like graze the cheek. You graze the game was grazing the cheek. Pause. Facial cheeks. Anyway, yeah, no, I had a lot of thoughts after listening to it, man.
Damn.
Anyway.
Tell us how you really feel, Sin.
Deanie, so we already spoke about the game record. We needed to hear from the rap snob. This is his foray.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? His domain, pardon me. But overall, Deanie puts on a diss record. What is he coming away with that makes this diss record fire? You kind of tipped your hand with the game review, so expand on that.
All right, when I think of a diss record, like does it have to have a backstory and all that shit? Yes, of course, it makes for a great story. You get what I'm saying? But when you think about it, like, we don't know the kind of history that Shady and Game got together. They've been under the same umbrella for a long time. Like, they're both proteges of Dre. He was the only one that was left off that stage. That is a way to feel sour. White dude, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? The black Slim Shady could play a little role. You know, Shady's, granted, y'all niggas aren't big Shady fans, but a lot of people do have respect for Shady.
Love throwing us under the bus.
Nah, it's not.
We don't like the game either. We're neutral parties here.
We don't. But as I listen to the record, man, it's very scathing. It covers a lot of ground. Like, we can talk about the MGK record. And I thought that's cute. That's something we could throw on a party. That's something Eminem probably listen to and laugh at. But I feel like when M listened to this gotta light a little fire under M, man. As far as the whole 23 years not affecting the culture. May said it, the 10 years with not one wave wearing the do-rag. Like little lines that just like keep you up at night. I feel like he gave him a few of those little stingers.
Right.
Like even when you think about Takeover and you think about Nas, like a lot of Nas's part was kind of just like, really, oh? You know what I'm saying?
You stay trying to get these Nas fans upset, bro.
Let me talk my shit, y'all.
You right.
We always think, we don't think of, like, 2 out of shits was due. We don't really, because those albums were fire.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So that's why we always hold that, like, we did get hold, that shit was tough, but that wasn't a jam. I wasn't scathing. The shit Nas was saying was scathing.
Yeah, so a one hot album every 10-year average wasn't scathing? But relax, y'all. I'm just asking a question.
There were people agreed at the time. Not the game, the rapper, but the game, I think, as a whole.
Right, at the time,
agreed with that line. They ran with that shit.
Cause it's Hove.
Right. But
the lame voice so lame.
That's the trends.
Here's the thing.
We over here on Hove though.
Here's how I feel about it with the one hot album every 10-year average. Illmatic and him was written. We're gonna get to that. But like people were kind of teetering. I think that like as a whole the game was teetering on, was it written hot? Was it as hot as Illmatic? Was it a worthy follow-up? And then Jay said one hot album every 10-year average, and I think that really tipped the scale to people.
I could get that.
Fully going all in on. Yeah,
and a lot of people were already on a ledge with Nas after the 2 albums in 1 year. With it was Nostradamus and what was it? I am. The whole thing about with the Cleopatras and all.
Yeah,
like, people were certain people were already on the fence about Nas at that time, based on some of his subject matter, how he was, delivering his message, how he was conveying himself to the public.
What you trying to kick? Knowledge?
There was a small contingent of people that, not to throw the early conversation in, but that felt like it was written was better than Illmatic as far as a sonic listen. So that's another debate in and of itself.
They wasn't thinking about it. They was not thinking about it was written when Hov said that. They was thinking about I Am and Nostradamus. Trust me when I tell you that.
Two out of them shits was due.
That was the two that was due.
One was
it was written. Not us. Hov said that.
I feel you. It's up to interpretation.
Exactly.
Again, but Hov said that, and people were behind that line.
Yeah.
Copy. When I listen to these to the game shit, that's why I thought you would love it, but I realized why you wouldn't love it, because the whole shit is patterned after Eminem. The flow is Eminem. The ad-libs are Eminem. Mm-hmm. The delivery, the cadence, the use of the vocals are Eminem. So I'm like, if you don't like Shady, you're not gonna like this game record at all. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to disqualify niggas based on preference. You talking about did the bars land?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Some of them shits were painful. I feel like if I was Eminem, I'd be like, yo, my pen will be on fire. I'm gonna have some for that man. Like some. Is it a replay song? Like kind of like I said, is it something I'm gonna be like, yo, throw it on that new game? No, it's not. But when I think of disses to Eminem, this is like Joe Budden shit is up there. We got MGK. I would say this is up there with the great Eminem disses. It might be the best Eminem diss, but like I said, Eminem diss, not the best diss. I'm sure he came for me on Instagram. Like, it was crazy shit. Like, she was like, what are you talking about? Rap Devil makes this sound like fucking no Vaseline. She went ham, bro.
Yeah, she wanted free smoke with you, boy.
But the point is, as a diss to Eminem, it's a great diss to Eminem.
But overall, the question is generally, what makes a diss record good? So based on this, don't think about it too hard. Based on what Game did, we'll use Game as the archetype. What did he do for you that made you feel like it was good? It was the bars. You felt like the bars.
Honest jabs that Eminem could go in the room with his daughter and be like, okay, what you thought about this? Well, 23 years in the culture is kind of looking at you kind of crazy. Like shit that really resonates, bro.
Okay.
Like the just this. It's granted, like I said, he said it's 10 minutes and shit, but like I really take from like the last like 5 minutes, bro. When he was really the two. Is either one long verse or two verses, but he blacked on the second half of that record, bro.
Okay.
Like, it's scathing. It makes you think, like, to yourself when you're in the room alone at night, four-corner room, staring at candles. You know what I'm saying? It makes you think. And I feel like he didn't...
Listening to gangster music?
Hey, I didn't get that from MGK shit. I thought Eminem would have listened to that. If I was shit, I'd listen to that. I'd be like, yo, this is cute. I'd probably listen to this in the car.
I felt like MGK shit was more scathing than
Was
Games.
it, though? There was no cold-blooded jabs.
Let me be clear. And some nigga on YouTube was already tight, but I felt like he had more scathing bars as a fellow white rapper. I felt like he flat out outperformed Eminem.
It's a good rap
song for song. I felt like he beat him. I'm in the minority. I feel like MGK won that. You know what I'm saying? Only reason why MGK lost because of perception. He didn't lose because of the bars. People looked at M and they looked at MGK and how they viewed them as artists and was like, I'm not fucking with this MGK nigga.
And he was picking up Shady a lot during the record.
Now he's wearing pig tights and
which validates why they weren't fucking with him.
Nail polish.
Right.
Doing rock songs.
He's on a different level now.
But in that moment, he out-rapped and out-barred Eminem and he beat Eminem, in my opinion.
A lot of praise was on that song, though.
I said it. Stop saying y'all. Jarva said it. Fuck?
This record where you call a nigga the GOAT? Like, I just kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you can be the GOAT. Niggas fought Muhammad Ali and knew he was the GOAT, but when it was time to get Ali out of there, they got him out of there, right?
Right.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so for me...
What do you think, Jav?
When it comes to the game, take a shot. You gotta do like fucking drink champs. You know what I mean? Hey, but nah.
Shout out to you, effing and Nori.
We fuck with it, but I've heard better game disses back in the early 2000s when he was beefing with G-Unit, beefing with Joe Budden. I've heard beefing with Hove. I've heard better disses from Game. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what his thought process is. I would like for him at a certain point to do like an interview about this song so we could get the creative thought. Like, were you trying to raise the bar of what a diss could be by taking the creative approach with the skits and the fake stand and rhyming like you this guy?
Vocal tones,
you know what I mean?
Because doing too much, bro.
Because the way he was talking when he said that he's a better rapper, I feel like he said he can out-rap Eminem. He said that in one of them interviews during the first rollout for the album, before the second rollout, right?
Game just be saying anything.
And I feel like
he loves the camera,
right.
Man.
Again, I told y'all the story in the reaction. I saw how long it was when I went to that song, and I got afraid. I'm like, oh fuck, 10-minute game disc record. I didn't want that on a 30 track. Exactly. Ugh. But at the same time, it's like every major film, right? Every major action movie, we get the 10-minute chase scene. The diss record was supposed to be the chase scene, the most action-packed part of the movie before the climax, right?
Yes.
And I felt like it wasn't that. Like, I felt like if we were gonna get a 10-minute game diss, I wanted the Game who was dissing 50, dissing the whole G-Unit, dissing Ashanti, dissing Murder Inc. when he was fake running around with G-Unit, dissing Hove, dissing Joe Budden when he was giving niggas bars and then saying he won the battle before they could have a chance to respond. I wanted that Game. If you're gonna say you're gonna out-rap Eminem.
I mean, the song is called Black Eminem. No,
then he fucked up right there. Because if you're telling me you're gonna cosplay as Eminem in a diss record for 10 minutes,
that's essentially what it was. You know what You're right. That's a fact.
That's a problem for me. Game, we know you can rap. right? Game is, it's gonna kill me to say this because I'm not a fan of his music. It's not personal. I don't care about Jason. Like, I don't know him.
Jason.
You know what I'm saying? But musically, he doesn't do it for me. But I know a good or great rapper when I hear one. Game is a great rapper.
Yes.
He puts words and rhyme schemes together with the best of them.
Great rap voice.
The name dropping, I can't deal with it, but he's really good at rapping.
Yeah.
And I felt like he wasted his skill set cosplaying as Eminem, showing that he can flex. Yo, you're the Game. You've been taking niggas' flows from day one. We know you can do that already. If you're gonna go at Eminem, a wordsmith like M, you gotta bring out your sharpest Ginsu.
Facts.
Like,
do a reconnaissance mission,
word.
like Pusha T did on Story of Adidon.
Yeah,
like,
you
gotta be surgical with that shit.
To rap
And I
exactly
felt
like
like
Shady, wasn't that though?
to call a white rapper a culture vulture in 2022, you're not breaking new
hurting,
ground.
It's a fact.
The do-rag joke was done by somebody else.
It was funny. Though.
What ground did you break on this record?
And
that's why I was like,
the flow, I guess.
Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, and let me just piggyback off of that and go back to my earlier point, because like when Jay said what he said about Nas, he had heard other people saying it, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride on this wave, and I'm gonna put it in the diss record because I already hear the rumblings of people saying Nas is kind of falling off. You had I Am, Nostradamus, and it was timely.
And Nas became the voice of the voiceless. He said what a lot of niggas wanted to say about Jay, but didn't have the balls to, or didn't have the voice to.
Exactly.
So essentially, Game said Eminem is out of touch and using pretty much y'all talking.
But he said
though.
shit that everybody else already said, bro.
Right. It's been
He
so
did.
many. People have been saying this for so many years already. And in today's era, where a year is like 5 years, a decade, you know what I mean? It's like we feel like we've been here on Twitter, on social media, YouTube.
Nigga, we said it on the podcast.
We've been saying this, and people have been saying this on all platforms for so long already that it's like, all right, yeah, like we know, we heard that already. We said it already.
At this point, if you're gonna
What's
do
your point? What's the new point?
And you're gonna get personal.
I think it was to show the dexterity.
If you're gonna get personal, I'd rather you lie, my nigga. Make some shit up.
No,
I don't
fuck
want
that.
that.
I'd have been like, I would have went in there. I would have been like,
Sure,
Dre don't even fuck with you like that. He only used you for a meal ticket because you a white rapper from fucking Detroit. You not even the only thing he said that was a little funny was when he said he wasn't the nicest nigga out of Detroit. But I'm saying if you would have said some shit like that,
just go full hit him up.
The white,
hit him up.
the white voice.
Go all the way in.
You're talking crazy.
I'ma fuck your daughter. I see her selfies on Instagram.
Hey, yo.
She's legal now. Your daughter more lit than you in 2022, nigga. What you gonna do? Run a Rihanna for another hook because you a bum because the culture don't fuck with you? He could have made so much shit up.
Bro, write that up. We got the beat in the background.
That's almost real disrespect you're giving.
But that's what I'm saying. In 2022, it can't just be about bars, bro. You gotta get disrespectful of M. You gotta make M feel like, yo, he was out of pocket there. M is not responding to this.
I don't think Game feels like it's out of pocket. I think somewhere Eminem feels like this is probably the best one that I've heard in a long time.
Bro,
though.
I'll put a bottle of Migos on it. He's not responding, bro. Matter of fact, let me revise the bet.
Yeah,
I'll put a bottle.
I was about to say.
I'll put a bottle of Migos that there will not be a diss song directed back to Game. He might say some shit in a bar.
Maybe a line,
but there will be no diss record coming from M to Game.
How long we have on this bet?
Indefinite.
I'll expect
a bottle of Migos.
I'm with it.
Say less.
Yo, hold on. You got to do the righteous. We're gentlemen here. We're gentlemen. The pinky swear.
You know what I mean? Lock it in. Y'all watching it too.
A bottle of Migos if Eminem don't respond to job.
Witness.
You know what I'm saying? Overall, diss records to me need to be scathing. We always go back to Ether. But Ether's a fucking adjective now because of what he did to Jay-Z.
That's a fact.
Think about what Beans did to Kiss on a Put Your Hands Up beat. Like, Kiss is a bigger legend all the time, but in that moment, Beans got him.
Filthy.
Right?
Every time I think about it,
hit him up.
I gotta make a face.
Even if I wasn't the biggest Pac fan, that shit makes you want. I'm surprised Big didn't do a diss back. Big took his shots, but he never did the diss record back. But God, every time I remember being a kid here watching the Hit 'em Up video, like, what's up with this? Why he wilding like that? You know what I mean?
Just the initial start off of the record is just
Come on.
First of all,
yeah, like the intro was
What
beast.
G-Unit was doing to fucking Murder Inc.
heinous.
oof.
Come on, bro. Like there's so much different battles, and you sit back and it's
Those are like people that really. That's why I don't know if Eminem and Game don't like each other on that level. These are people that really wanted smoke. Like I don't think Game and Game and Shady gonna see each other in the street and be like, throw your hands. I don't think it's like that. I think it's just like a great sparring match for them two.
Right, but that goes back to my first point. There has to be some type of premise, there's some catalyst, something that launched that kind of aggression. But because that's not there, like I didn't feel the fire and aggression from Game.
Shit.
So I was like, what the fuck is the point?
Fat Joe and Jay-Z traded better bars. And they never gave each other a whole diss record than what we got for 10 minutes.
Trying to speak about the record.
Come on. them, like I'm saying, like, if you're going to do it, you want to have that, moment.
Yeah.
Did you really had that moment, 10 minutes with Game?
There was a couple of moments.
You had to wait 5 minutes in the skit to get the bars, bro. Come on, Deanie.
Yo,
First half is slow motion.
Very low on efficiency.
Very low. All right, so chat, mailbag, do your thing. Tell us what you think the criteria is for the best diss record, or what makes a good diss record, pardon me. And the best answer will be highlighted on the next mailbag for episode 54. Keep that in mind. The best answer, mailbag, shout you out. Next topic we have here, Black Thought.
Yeah.
So people, we did the Game reaction. We did the video with Funk Flex and Hove and all of that, whatever, with Clark Kent.
Yeah.
A comment that we saw about 3 or 4 times on both videos was, are y'all gonna talk about the Black Thought album? We told them that. We're waiting for Cinsere. We can't do the Black Thought album without Cinsere. He wouldn't talk to us. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So being that Cinsere is here, let's talk about this project. It's lighting the internet on fire. At least that segment of the internet that loves this kind of rap. So, Sin, what are your takeaways from this project? Danger Mouse is who we work with?
With Danger Mouse.
Yes.
Yeah. So, my initial thoughts. First, just so everybody's clear, I got back into the city off my vacation. There's some music I had to catch up to. I immediately went to the Black Thought and Danger Mouse before the Game, before anything else. And I was pleasantly surprised. I don't want to say pleasantly surprised. I was satisfied. I was happy with the project. If I feel like I was pleasantly surprised, it's because the projects that Black Thought has put out in recent years, solo projects that he's put out in recent years, have been a little lackluster. They haven't really lived up to his level of skill and expertise and what I feel he's capable of. He hasn't really lived up to it.
Right.
On his solo projects. So he had one with Ninth Wonder. He had another one, I think, with another producer. I think it was I can't remember. Anyway, so now he's linked up with Danger Mouse. So I guess this is a pattern now. He's finding producers to link up with and put out projects with. And out of the I think 3 that he's put out with one other producer, I think this one is the best. I think it's super solid. Danger Mouse, we know Danger Mouse from having worked with Gnarls Barkley, CeeLo, with legendary Doom on the Danger Doom project. He did the White Album, the Jay-Z mashup with Linkin Park. That was him.
Really?
Oh, that's crazy.
I think that was him.
Wow.
Pretty sure. If it wasn't him, y'all can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that was Danger Mouse. If I remember correctly. And so yeah, like I think Danger Mouse is a dope producer. He gave him some dope production, some interesting production to work with. And I think so far from the projects that he's put out recently, I think this is the best one thus far. And I'm pretty happy with it. The joint with Doom is one of my favorites. Identical Deaths I love. Saltwater with Conway, him and Conway going back to back. I think it was shit was fire. I think it's a good play beginning to end. It's cohesive. I'm not gonna say it's groundbreaking, right? So it's
You don't
But
sound
it's solid.
impressed. I get that.
I'm happy
Are
with
you
it.
disappointed by this
No,
album?
I'm happy with it.
You sure?
Yeah.
I was expecting a lot more bloviating from you for this album, bro. I was
Nah.
expecting full bloviation. Not gonna lie.
Nah, man. Like it was. Look, my Black Thought fandom comes from the early days of the Roots,
Got it,
right?
okay.
And if y'all wasn't there for the three-peat that was "Do You Want More" and "Philadelphia Half-Life" and "Things Fall Apart,"
Great album.
those three back to back, I was just a fan right out the bat. Like
Gotcha.
that, like my fandom for Black Thought is never gonna die. The Roots albums themselves through the 2000s kind of like, they wasn't as strong anymore. But he kept himself relevant by
All those
being
albums was fire. You biased.
by being an elite feature artist. Every feature that he got on in the 2000s, he fucking bodied them shits. Every single one. And of course, we know what he did up on in the Funkmaster Flex studio. So
Viral.
the fandom is always gonna be there. But I'm gonna be honest, like the projects that he has put out as a solo artist haven't really lived up to who he is as an MC. I think this is the closest one. I'm happy that he's going moving in the right direction. I'd probably give it like a solid 3.5.
Okay. Deanie, talk to me, bro.
I thought it was a pretty good album. I'm one of the loud speakers at the table that say I think Black Thought is nice, but he's one of those nice dudes that I just never feel the urge to be like, yo, throw on some Black Thought. And that's no disrespect, not solo. You get what I'm saying?
Bro.
As the legendary
That's crazy,
Roots
bro.
crew, but as a solo artist, I never really just say, yo, throw on some Black Thought. And I think this album has quite a few joints.
We can't make this shit up.
Yo, there's a lot of talented MCs that just don't catch you. You get what I'm saying? You're like, yo, they're talented. The lyrics are there, but something about them's not like holding me hostage as far as lyrically or sonically.
yeah.
I feel like lyrically he's amazing, but I just never feel the urge to like listen to him the way I do with certain other
is it
artists.
the voice or like the lack of charisma?
But he has a great rap voice, bro. It's just it's hard to describe. It's not gravitating to me. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
You just don't find him captivating.
There you
Here it
go.
is.
I don't, captivating. That is the word. It just I feel like he's talented. I can listen to him and be like, yo, it's like eating a meal and you're like, this is delicious, but I'm just
All right, so let me ask
in
you
the gut.
this.
Like
Let me ask you this then. As we hear, let's pivot real quick. We'll get back on topic. What separates for you? What makes a Benny the Butcher captivating, but Black Thought in the same vein isn't captivating? What is Benny doing for you that Black Thought isn't doing?
it's an energy, it's a bravado, it's a the way Benny delivers his shit, and even in the way with Benny's material as far as the subject material, like Black Thought is on the my people, my power shit. I respect it, and it's dope. But I'm from the cloth to listening to the hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I do prefer the
So
hustler.
is it because it's lyrical, but he's not really painting a picture that you want to see?
But he is painting a picture, and he paints great
that
pictures.
you want to see?
I don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But this album changed that for me, though.
Okay, talk to me.
So there's me at this point. There's very few albums I'm like, this is gonna be an album I solidly play through for the rest of the year. But there's at least 6 cuts on this shit that I'm like, you know what? They will definitely be in rotation. Those cuts for me are sometimes starting an album with something dope is so vital, and sometimes basically kept me locked in for the rest of the album. No Gold Teeth, fire. Because, fire. Belize, R.I.P. Doom, great energy. Identical Deaths, fire. You called it. And Saltwater. Those are like my 6 takeaways. Everything else is great lyrically. Cohesively, great album.
Yeah.
But you can listen to a great album and still be like, damn, do I want to hear this whole album right now? Not that the album's bad, but it's just like there's certain songs I want to skip to get to certain other songs.
Right.
And there's certain other albums you be like, no, I want to let the whole shit play through.
Okay.
I want to get to the songs I really like on this shit. Shout out to him and Danger Mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Just a quick correction. The Jay-Z Linkin Park was Danger Mouse, but I called it the wrong thing. It was the Gray album, not the White album.
Gotcha.
I'm kind of in the same boat with Dini. I acknowledge that he's a great lyricist.
Amazing.
And I know a lot of our viewers who rock with us, they put a heavy onus on lyricism. Some of them even grade albums as classic or like in more recent terms, album of the year based on lyricism.
Solely did, man.
To me, like, I'm not going to say it's a cop-out because lyricism is probably the most important aspect of being a rapper. And that's why, to this day, these cats out down south don't understand it. The reason why us as New Yorkers have a hard time getting with y'all on a certain scale is because y'all don't have the lyricism. It's not even personal. It's just we like a certain type of rap. And it comes with a lot of bars.
Yes.
Or clever bars. Or well-constructed bars and songs that we can dance to. But it still comes back down to the bars. And when it comes to Black Thought, if there's one thing that's never in question, it's the bars. They're gonna be there. Now, if I want to hear like a freestyle from Flex or a feature verse, boom, yes, thank you, great verse.
Everything I want.
He's never disappointed on the feature.
You know what I'm
verse.
saying?
He always kills every single one of them.
During my diatribes against a guy like Freddie Gibbs, I've said in the past that the best verse on the album came from Benny or it came from Pusha T on Palmolive. I've said these things because I value bars, but at the same time, I value a certain level of personality and bravado alongside
captivation.
The bars. I value a certain level of beat selection. I value a certain level of pocket work and breathing. You know what I'm saying? Things that we're to show, like, as an artist, how you truly flex on a song. It's not just about how well you can make words rhyme, because we know he's great at that. But what about the songs? How are these choruses good? What's the rideability?
Tap dancing on the beat.
Right. Exactly. Are you flowing to every beat the same way? These are the questions that we have to ask ourselves. So it's like, even when we get into the Jay-Z debates and people like to downplay how good he is, Jay is a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for in 2022. Ironically, we're saying this because he was able to attack beats from so many different angles. Because people want to say that his pen was in question, like he's not that nice, he didn't do enough. But all right, if you want to say that, cool, because you didn't like commercial raps, fine. But Hov would approach, you get a 12 or 15 track Hov album, and about 7 of these tracks, he'd have completely different flows or approaches. Even change his voice up a little bit. Shout out to Young Chris. You know what I'm saying? But the fact remains is like in a body of an album, you need some dexterity. You can't find me a classic album in the pantheon of hip hop, a true classic, not a new classic, like everything that comes out is a classic, where you didn't have a level of dexterity.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I go to this Black Thought album. Personally, it's good. It's great rapping because it's Black fucking Thought. And you look at some of these features like Conway the Machine, ASAP, Conway, MF Doom. Of course, the
Joey
rapping
Badass.
is there.
Yeah.
But the dexterity is lacking for Jarv. Again, I'm speaking for myself. It's lacking for me. He's good, but the musicality is, it's cool. I can't really play it in the car like that. I can't ride the train to it. It's like, it's good for what it is. And again, I'm gonna always do it. Big up Griselda, because Griselda's opened the door for niggas to make these albums.
Get them bars off.
The personality is lacking. What makes Griselda great as a collective and independently is the personalities. Westside is gonna give you a certain type of vibe. Yeah. Benny's gonna give you a certain kind of vibe. Conway, when you get the Westside album, you're gonna then Stove God shows up. You know what I'm saying? Then the Rome Street shows up.
So many different flavors.
You know what I'm saying?
Collective.
Benny, Conway show up. You get so much different flavors, as you said, different seasonings. Great, bars are back. I don't want to be barred to death on an album. On a mixtape, well, yeah, cool, bars.
In the session.
On an album, I need some dexterity.
But
Take me somewhere.
But Jarv, like,
well, go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying we've been begging for bars to come back to
I'm
the
here
forefront.
for it.
And now we got some bars, bro. We got Black Thought barring it up.
You're right. But I'm not, all right. Let me thank you, Sin, for that. I'm thankful for the bars. But at the same time, bars alone don't make it a 5-star classic album. And that's really what my argument is.
You gotta want to go back and listen to it.
You're not calling it that. There's somebody watching this right now that's giving it a classic review.
You know what's interesting? I liken it to the Black Star project that just recently came
that they tried
out.
to say was album of the year.
And I think these these two albums, similar vibe, bar heavy. The production is, the vibe of the production is somewhat similar. And I'm here for both of these projects. I enjoy the hell out of these projects. But we gotta stop jumping out the window talking about album of the year, five mic classic. Like, it's not that.
Okay.
It's not that. Don't jump out the window with it. An album, a project can be dope without necessarily being 5 mic classic, album of the year, or even groundbreaking.
You just want radio songs.
It could just be dope. Just let it be dope.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's good music.
I think that like you said, good point, Deanie. I think people, because it's been such a dearth, like it's been such a lack of this
bars,
level of rap getting the light, that people are so eager to just overrate it because they view the other shit as being so garbage that the lyrical shit is so much better. That it's five classic album of the year, classic, all time great. Like,
we're getting barred to death nowadays. I
love it.
It's beautiful.
But 12 tracks, 40 minutes. I need a little dexterity. I ain't saying you got to make an R&B song and start singing like Ja Rule. But what I'm saying is, give me different types of beats, different types of flow, adjust the subject matter a little bit, and the collabs or the features that come in, it all fits together and makes a classic.
Even on Belize, the beat changed, but the flow still was kind of the same.
Exactly.
I wanted to see him kind of dance a little on the record, like work the Black Thought magic.
We joke about Kendrick a lot, but not
Very
for nothing
dexterous.
on fucking Mr. Morell and the Big Steppers. There was so many flows. Kendrick might have graduated to Shogun on this album as far as being a rapper is concerned.
I can acknowledge that.
My issue with him is
interesting.
Is the music.
Yeah, it was.
I don't believe that the replay value is there. Let me be clear, because Singer start his shit.
Yep.
But as far as a wordsmith goes, while there's others that say whatever they say negative about it, to me, Kendrick has never been better as a rapper. Shogun. If he ain't there, he close.
Dexterous as a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? But overall, I said a lot to say this. I'm with Sin, 3.5 out of 5. You know what I mean? Chat, we're not going to ask you to rate it. Actually, we're going to start a new trend. Either give it a thumb up or a thumb down in the chat. So when I look at it, I want to see waves of thumbs for this Black Thought album. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Also, one more correction, because I know motherfuckers is going to be coming at me in the comments like, you was wrong about this. You don't know shit. Because that's how they get. You
Fake Nas fan.
You know what I mean? I think I conflated the Gray album with the Linkin Park project that Jay-Z put out. The Gray album was mashups with old Beatles songs that Danger Mouse put together. And, not exactly legally, so it was like
yeah, the Gray album was floating around. It was kind of like a speakeasy kind of album.
Right. No? It was floating around on the internet. That was in like the LimeWire days and shit like that. You know what I mean?
The like old 304 around that time.
Yeah.
You weren't there.
No, they was there.
They was there for LimeWire?
They was there.
LimeWire was what?
Our audience is our age, bro. They was there.
01? What year was LimeWire?
Like early 2000s.
It was Wares and then LimeWire. I don't know if y'all was there for Wares. I started with Wares.
I don't remember
before
Wares.
I went to LimeWire.
I thought it was something else. What was the thing before LimeWire? Give me the N or something like that.
Napster.
There we
Napster
go.
is what
I never
set it
did
up.
Napster.
Yeah.
I did Wares. Wares was basically LimeWire. Same shit. Fuck your computer up. Get all the music you want. Boom.
Trojan
you know what I mean?
viruses and shit.
Next topic. Speaking of, album of the year, we kind of teased it through and going out the project. It's a lot of albums we're seeing that's album of the year contenders. There's a person in the chat, I believe his name is Kenny. Each episode we drop, I forget his last name, but each episode he drops, he says in the chat, Pusha T has album of the year, right? I don't know if that's the case. There's been a lot of albums that dropped this year.
Yep.
I don't know what the consensus is, or is there a consensus?
Kendrick.
So, okay, Sin, here you are. Who do you think is leading the race for album of the year?
It's fucking Kendrick, bro.
Okay.
It's Kendrick. There's really, to me, no other answer whatsoever. We have Nas on the horizon. We have Freddie Gibbs on the horizon. We got Rome Streets on the horizon. They haven't dropped yet. As far as the albums that have dropped, by all accounts, to me, by all accounts, the scope of the album, subject matter, rapping ability. We just talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even to Jav, he might have elevated to Shogun level. The flows, I don't like the production. I love the production on the entire album. The fearlessness, the execution of it all. And if you care about numbers, he's putting up those numbers. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, as of right now, as of today, Cinsere, album of the year so far.
The fuck are you talking about?
Get this nigga the fuck out of here.
His motherfucker's finger was so itchy.
I was waiting the whole time, like, just give me a good takeoff. That's all I need.
Nasty work.
Hey, Dini, what is
And the
your
tour.
Oh my God. Mr. Mid and the Mid Steppers.
Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, Dini, to cut you off. Mr. Mid, the Mid Steppers is funny. You went to the show.
Yes.
What was that like?
It was a fucking vibe, bro.
Ventriloquist? It happened?
Off the rip?
It happened?
Off the top rope?
Actually, it was kind of like the first thing that he did. Yeah.
Diamond Crown?
What?
Diamond Crown?
No, he didn't pull out the Diamond Crown. I don't know what that was for, like one show that he did.
But he was the king of New York.
Anyhow,
He knows better.
Yeah, the show was dope. It was mostly centered around Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but he threw in some joints from
The classics.
all his classics. Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Good Kid, Mad City. Probably the songs that he performed the least off of was the Pimp a Butterfly.
That album wasn't for the stage shows.
Yeah, exactly. Good Kid, Mad City, he definitely,
Beautiful.
threw in some classics from there.
Beautiful.
The Backseat Freestyle went crazy. From Damn, it was surprising to see some of the songs that he performed that I thought would be huge that did not really make the crowd explode the way I thought it would. Like DNA, when he performed DNA, I thought everybody was going to go crazy over that. It didn't
Major
quite
record.
hit. He had Baby Keem with him.
Dope.
Family Ties. He did Family Ties together. That should have made everybody explode. Overall, dope show, amazing vibe. Kendrick, the modern day GOAT,
Wow.
is what it is.
Wow. Where's Kendrick at?
Wow.
Wow.
Who, if not him, who?
Crazy.
Modern day. Again,
day
modern
GOAT.
day.
Modern day GOAT.
Modern day.
Yeesh.
Album of the year and the modern day GOAT.
I don't even know what to say to that. So I'm just gonna go to Dini.
Wow.
Who's leading the race? Album of the year.
Yo, for me, I'm gonna go by the albums I've been just rocking with the most, man. And I ain't gonna lie, like I got a 5-piece that I can't decide which is the one I want the most. But I'm somewhere. I got Future. I Never Liked You. I still listen to that shit on the regular. Don't hate on me, Jarvie.
Future?
What the fuck?
Peace Fly God has been getting a lot of play.
Get rid of this guy.
Peace Fly God? Yeah.
No, for the future pick.
And the Joey Badass joints been getting a lot of play for me
okay.
too, man.
Joey Badass is probably right now for me second.
Applaud you.
You know what
I bring
I'm
it back.
Lupe's probably in my fourth with the No Drill Music Design. I know y'all wasn't really digging it, but I thought the album was fire.
I wasn't digging it. I gave it. He wasn't digging it.
You wasn't digging it.
Yeah, it was just.
It was a pretty good
See
listen.
how this nigga always throwing us under the bus?
Yo,
It's just
You doing
y'all-
what the commenters be
Y'all-
doing.
y'all-
Y'all
think
didn't
alike.
Yo, word. Like, whoa. I spoke nice about Lupe for a change.
It was a fire album. It actually
was good.
Okay, thank you. I just hearing you say that makes me feel amazing, bro. Like hearing you say it again and confirming
Hey,
it.
I
I always
meant it.
forget you're a Lupe fan, bro.
He's gonna
like
be
a fan.
He's gonna be performing in New
Like,
York
you love
City.
lasers, bro.
Yo, I like Lupe,
But
man.
he's the balance. He started with fucking
Lasers.
Future and came with Lupe after.
There
so he's
you
the
go.
balance.
We love Atlanta,
You know
so
what I
don't
mean?
hate on us. But yeah, I think Joey's joint is probably like the one I stick to the most. Pusha had a pretty good album to me, but it didn't stick with me the way a lot of y'all feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going with probably Joey, or I'm going with Peace
Oh, you
Fly
gotta pick
God.
one. Who's leading the race?
I'm going, as far as listening, I'm going with Peace Fly God. I listen to that shit
Album
every
of the
day.
year?
I listen to it every day.
The whole thing?
Every day.
Wow.
And,
It hits for
and
me.
niggas was calling that shit trash when we did the
It
reaction.
hits for me, bro.
right.
Interesting.
this topic comes about mostly because every time somebody, the people of our ilk drops an album, the talk is album of the year. On the Rap Roundtable, Cinsere spoke about it, and I stood next to him as far as like the quality of music just doesn't feel like it's hitting how it's supposed to hit. You know what I'm saying? And then Tory Lanez, I know he's not the person you want to quote in a lot of ways right now. I'm still Team Tory. Don't get it twisted.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But he said it too, and he was like, "Shit, just not hitting the same." This year, it just I don't know. Nothing. There's nothing. Pardon me. I'm trying to burp. There you go, Casamigos. It's like I don't. There's no album that came out, in my opinion, this year that. Like, wow, this album changed the game. This album is gonna stick around for a while. This album is amazing. We've had some really good albums.
Facts.
But my socks have not been knocked off yet. So with that being said, since y'all love keeping score in the comment section, my album of the year didn't come out this year. It almost came out this year. But for me, it's Magic.
You cheating, bro.
I am cheating. There's no album that dropped this year. It dropped like damn near this year, though.
Was that December 2021?
It was very close.
You know what I mean?
It was very close.
It just missed the mark, though.
There's no album to me, and I feel like part of the reason why we all feel how we feel about these albums is because nothing is kind of been better than that. We came away from Magic like, holy shit, this album is
stuck to the
fucking
ribs.
stupid. And it was a surprise joint.
And still gets played. I still bump Magic.
It's a fact. So, like, for me, like, I'm giving it to Magic because, we talked about it. We agreed on Wax. Like, we're going to treat Magic like a 2022 project because of it came at the end of 2021. So, for me, it's Magic. And it's part of it, yes, is because I think it's that by comparison of what's dropped. Pusha T, to me, didn't deliver an album of the year. He delivered a really good album.
Good records.
But there's songs in it that, like, again, Sin and I debated our particular list. But the fact remains is we reworked the album because there were songs that we felt didn't belong, right? Kendrick dropped a polarizing album. There's people who believe it is head and shoulders the album of the year. There's people who feel like, get this album out of here. And when you go on Twitter, there's niggas who go viral just for tweeting about this album. So in a kind of a way, it does make it album of the year because of its polarity, but the quality is like, you know what I mean? So for me, the only album that got universal praise was Magic.
I respect that. But there is something that you listen to the most out of everything that's been coming out for the last, what are we in? The last 8 months.
I haven't been front to back in no albums. I've been picking songs from each album. Like matter of fact, I'll go to my iTunes right now.
The playlist is the way of the future, y'all.
If I go to Joey Badass album, I'm rocking the Cruise Control. I'm rocking One of Us. I'm rocking Wanna Be Loved, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? If I go to Peace, I'm gonna go to Peace Fly God. I'm rocking that little situation of Derek Bowman, Horses on Sunset, Open Praise. Like I'm running those. But a lot of times I find myself going back to Old Benny. I'm still rocking Burden of Proof. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't even throw 10
because I don't go to 10 Talk 4 like that. 10 Talk 4 was good, but it's not album of the year.
10 Crack Remember still gets 7.
But like matter of fact, let me tell the truth. Lobby Boys are solid, but I felt like the more I listen to Lobby Boys, the more I'm not really rocking with Lobby Boys.
Roddy had a few joints.
He said, "Oh, what happened, Sid?"
I mean, I'm just saying the way you were, I was bloviating over there. Like
the
Roddy Rebel?
It gets a little stale kind of quickly. Rowdy's album is good, but to me, the second half I don't like. The drill version, the drill/grind version of that. I don't know which one is Rowdy and which one is Rebel because it's basically a double album.
I think the first is first, so Roddy versus
the drill grind version, probably the best front to back drill album ever made. But then the second half, I'm like, I don't like this from Rowdy. For me, when I go to 10 Talk 4, I go to back, but mainly you already know I go to Superplug, and I go from Superplug all the way to Uncle Bun before I stop. You know what I'm saying? Those are the joints that I really fuck with. So for me, like as far as like a front to back, high caliber, high quality album, to me it's like it's Magic. You know what I'm saying?
I like to throw Ran in there.
And Ransom.
There you go.
Ransom.
All the Ransom joints. Man, how did I
Ransom has the closest album.
Forgive me, Ransom.
The closest to a flawless victory
it's beautiful.
It's Ransom.
No rest for the wicked.
My bad, Joe.
Yeah, that's all good. You can't be perfect all the time. He was busy thinking about Kendrick. It's all right.
Bloviate.
So again.
No, but apologies to Ransom because I almost forgot about the Ransom project. That shit was fire.
Chat, I know y'all watching right now, so let me know what y'all want me to do. Do y'all want me, like, y'all can either pick in the chat who y'all think is the album of the year, or do y'all want me to put a poll up and y'all can vote on what y'all believe based on your picks who the album of the year is?
We could do a live discussing that.
Of course, later in the year, there's more albums to come. It's gonna be some lives, because we know y'all love the lives. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all fuck with the lives heavy.
Not for nothing, the lives statistically have been getting better than when we first started doing the lives. I think like the Lupe live we did is still eating.
That was big.
The last Power Rankings we did was eating. Like the live seem to be like people want to hear from us more. Ironically,
the last one we just did too.
The Power Rankings.
Yeah, this is on Sunday.
That wasn't a live.
That wasn't live?
Nah.
Migos.
Salute still. Dini.
Migos.
Normally around this time we would do the young rap segment, but the homie Mace is on vacation. He has a life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mace. Shout out to the family.
And the Maceitos.
And the Macettes. Shout out to Macito and the Macettes.
We got a lot of isms here, y'all. Fuck with us.
What I mean? So he's not with us, so we don't have a young rap segment. However, Dini, you were telling us something off wax that's kind of related to the young rap segment that's kind of relevant to young rap.
YSL, man.
Okay.
It's looking nasty over there.
Jeez.
I just want to say, Young Thug, hold your head.
Oof.
Gunna, hold your head. They said that there's a lot of people in the camp telling. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. And Atlanta hip hop, those two guys are a ginormous part of Atlanta music, man. And I just, with all the snitching, man, I hope it works out. Macito usually brings us this news. I don't have all the details. I'm not as calculated with this shit as Macito, but man, it's not looking good, people. Y'all can do the research for yourselves.
People are snitching.
Oh, y'all heads, man.
Listen,
it's looking ugly.
When I think about this, every time I hear about a rapper involved in snitching, I don't remember the Jadakiss song it was on or the verse he dropped the song on, but he had a bar where he said, "Taught your kid to say him did it." And I always think about that line every time somebody's lying or snitching in hip hop.
I think about the Hove line.
Which
about
one?
to start snitching, ain't you? About to start bitching, ain't you?
I just like the Kiss verse because it's so New York. It's real like you're mocking the snitch. Taught your kid to say him did it. Like Kiss is really an animal. It's tough, but
it's ugly.
YSL, again, more often than not, the people don't move unless they believe that they got something, or they believe they could pull you in, they could get somebody to fold.
Put pressure on the little guys. That's how they do it.
Like people talk about like not snitching, but niggas have been snitching every decade.
Since the
like
dawn
niggas
of time,
snitch, bro.
Since the dawn of time.
Yep.
The only positive with that situation is selfishly. It's not even about like wishing bad on Young Thug, because I was enjoying Young Thug's music.
Love it.
The former host of the Rap Roundtable alongside us used to love him. So Young Thug called him a genius.
Genius. Okay.
But at the end of the day, like with the RICO charge, the bars are coming back even more. I'm sorry,
It's bad work, man.
It's bad work, but shout out to hip hop in certain regions taking advantage of the openings that now have been brought to the light by way of the heavyweights being maybe wrongfully arrested, because I don't even know if they did anything. I don't know anything about YSL.
Don't know nothing.
But I do know that they felt like to me, as an observer, it feels like they know if I pull Sin in, Jaw is gonna fold. So let's get Sin. Sin didn't do shit, but Jaw might say Sin did something to get out of jail. You know what I mean? That's what it looks like to me.
Remember the Wire with the Big Mac? You remember when they gave homie the Big Mac?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And then basically said, yo, your man's over here, huh? He was eating good. He just snitched on you. And that made him snitch on his mans, and it just, that's what, it probably looking like that in there, man.
That's
you
what
never know
it
what they
feel
tell
like,
these people.
Dini, I feel like they did a far-reaching arrest, but if you're from Atlanta, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not there.
We want to know. Tap in.
But it feels like they brought the big wigs in so that the other niggas would snitch. And they knew somebody be like, you're going to go to prison for 25 years. This millionaire's going to go out and be a millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You imagine what that conversation is like. You know you done fucked up, didn't you?
Come on, bro.
You know what the convo like, man.
So we teased it earlier in the episode. We talked about it loosely at different points of the Rap Roundtable.
Sure did.
We kind of touched it. We kind of had the debate a little bit in the past with the former host or co-host, pardon me.
Yeah.
But now,
before a lot of our current subscribers was tapped in, so
y'all now welcome
in the
to
prequel
this.
era, we'll call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Deanie and I, look, can I paint the picture for this conversation?
Let them have it.
When we first started doing like the Rap Roundtable, I had my sports podcast where we would do like rapper to NBA player comparisons. The end of that session, we all in a whip, and then the conversation comes about Illmatic or It Was Written. So Deanie and I always side with It Was Written. Cinsere and the host who shall remain nameless.
From here on forth.
God damn it.
I mean, before I was calling him something else, so I've graduated.
You
I'm
come
better.
a long way.
You know what I'm saying? They picked Illmatic. We've gone back and forth about it over the years, and we've never agreed about which album is better. So we bring the chat in, we bring our family in, because y'all like our cousins now, into this conversation. Illmatic versus It Was Written. Y'all know where Didi and I stand. We'll expand on it shortly. We're going to give Cinsere, the rap snob, the floor to lead it off.
I'm mad right now.
Talk to me, bro.
Cause I knew, like, I was coming in and I'd actually forgotten that that Mace is on vacation and he wasn't gonna be here tonight. Cause I was coming into tonight's episode like, oh, it's gonna be a 2-on-2 because I'm pretty sure Mace.
You're outnumbered tonight.
An Illmatic guy.
You have the chat.
And then I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers is gonna fucking jump me
No
2-on-1.
Hardy boys.
They're gonna bully me. Fuck. But I got the chat behind me. My chat family, my YouTube comment to subscriber family. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this. Not like we actually had a debate, a full out debate. And then it always just like sporadically comes up here and there. And we, and I've been saying for a while, we need to have this discussion one more time because there's a lot of y'all that wasn't there for those episodes. And honestly, I don't know what these two brethren of mine are talking about.
Wow.
When it comes to this topic. Illmatic is it's the Bible. It's the shining light. It's the light that shines through the hip hop clouds and fucking brings life to everything that it shines on. Like, yeah, like Illmatic is it, man. It's the blueprint for all rappers that came afterwards, all MCs that came afterwards, all albums that came afterwards. Before that, I've said it before. I'll say it again. Before that, albums were mainly made. They mainly consisted of an MC and then a DJ / producer. That was the blueprint coming into that era.
Facts.
Right? Sometimes it was an album that it was a group or a duo, and they were both credited as the artists, making the album. Like Gangstar was Guru and DJ Premier. You had P-Rock and CL Smooth. You had, what's his Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. You know what I mean? So, and then you had other albums, for instance, like an album that I hold in very high esteem, the first Redman album. Eric Sermon did the production for the entire thing, right? Well, almost the entire thing. I think P-Rock did like one beat on it. And here comes Illmatic, and the golden child, Nas, comes in, and everybody's like, yo, this guy is different. He is going to change the game. He is the next level MC that we've been looking for. And instead of just grabbing one producer, they grabbed the best upper echelon producers of the time. You grab DJ Premier, you grab Pete Rock, you grab Q-Tip. These are people that were already making classics or close to classics with their own groups and duos, right? Q-Tip doing production for A Tribe Called Quest, Pete Rock obviously for Pete Rock and CL Smooth, DJ Premier for Gangstar. But then you grab those producers and you say, you know what, we're gonna give our best beats These are legendary producers, hip hop in its essence producers, and said, I'm gonna give this guy my best beats. Right? And then Nas says, oh, I bet y'all gonna throw me these alley-oops. I'm gonna fucking 360 dunk them. I'm gonna windmill dunk them. I'm gonna reverse dunk them. Like I'm gonna hang arm in the rim, hang, dunk them. Like every single joint. Large Professor. How did I forget Large Professor? Large Professor.
Shout out to Large Professor.
You know, who,
shout out to homie. What's his name? Classic
Carlos,
Material.
Classic
because
Material, Carlos.
where the video at? We was in that.
We're still waiting for that Large Professor video that we was in. But I digress. He's coming off Main Source, Breaking Atoms, which a lot of people also regard as a classic, early 90s classic. He's given Nas his best beat. Like, come on. And then the hunger that Nas has on this album, like taking every beat and just like every swing he took was just like out of the park, bro. Out of every single one, out of the park. People will say that, you know, that It Was Written had, you know, more variety, more dexterity. It had more gloss on it. Sure. All right. I'll give y'all that. But Illmatic, the hunger behind Illmatic, the beats and production behind Illmatic, the producers behind Illmatic, the hunger behind Illmatic, the essence, the pure essence behind Illmatic. It's unbeatable to me. Unbeatable. Y'all have y'all work cut out for arguing for It Was Written.
Sheesh. Hold on.
That was a mouthful. Pause.
Hey, yo. Yo, chat, what's good, y'all? What's good? We do this gorilla in the studio because Cinsere said that he was outnumbered due to the fact that it was me and Deanie versus him. So we decided to bring the chat to the studio. As you can see, you in the building. You get to see what the Staples Center look like. You in the building tonight. You know what I mean?
Talk to these people, man. Talk to my brothers. They talking about It Was Written is better than Illmatic. Y'all got to talk to him, bro.
Diddy, I'm good. I got the cameraman going.
Come on,
it's right. There. All right, talk.
It's right.
Let niggas know why It Was Written, my nigga.
Yo, all right. Do you remember 98? I'm going to give you a basketball analogy because that's how we all started. You remember 98? And we was watching Kobe play going against MJ. And you were like, yo, this kid is the future.
Okay.
This kid is just talented. Like you respected all the shit he was doing. You respected the game, the craftsmanship, the footwork, the shooting. And that to me was Illmatic. You just seen that grand rising pause, that coming of age.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that pause is official. You seen the coming of age. You're like, yo, we know this guy's gonna be really good. To me, It Was Written's more like 2000 Cole. Like it's when I got to see how loose this guy really could be, bro. Like in a way he just took over. That's what I got from Nas, bro. It Was Written. Illmatic is a classic. No one will ever question that. It might be hip hop's greatest album in the sense of what it did when it was, but sonically, man, as I listen to It Was Written, the way this dude is just all over the place in such a beautiful way. Like, obviously we can't do like a track comparison, like in that sense, but I mean, I got it right here. It don't look tasty.
Sit here. You made a whole table? You made an Excel spreadsheet?
Holy shit.
John said send me the prepared one, so I was like, let me come a little prepared today.
Wow.
You see? It looked, yeah, I made that, but it looked good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that looks nice. Send that to me, bro.
Shout out to Deanie.
Yo, I mean, the album, the message, bro.
Some bad champagne for you to
yo, I be forgetting the notes.
I got in my
I be forgetting the notes have
mail you champagne, nigga.
Yo,
I be forgetting the notes has a table
shit.
that you can make.
Fuck you.
You made a notes table,
and I'm making a chart. Fuck that,
bro.
Nigga,
like I'm just, I mean, like like I said, as I look at the It Was Illmatic, man, I'm like, damn, this is a legendary album. But I remember number 2, the age of niggas, bro. This was 92.
That definitely.
I was
94,
8, bro.
94.
I was
some of it was recorded in 92 and 93. Yeah.
I was 10, bro. You know what I'm saying? 10 is when you just starting to get off. When I was 12, 96 was a different Deanie. You know what I'm saying? That's when Deanie, you know what I'm saying?
Girls were starting to look a little
wavy
different.
hair, chip teeth, up in his bitch deep, Queens murder clicks me. I was on my
your
shit.
Gear, your Tommy gear
You
was
feel
hitting.
me? Nigga,
with
Moon
the Timbs
Park was
on.
coming in real right.
Oh, boy.
Waves was starting to spin. Nigga
Tommy.
felt comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It was just a different time for me to wait.
Nautica and
you got me
Polo
Nautica
shit.
Come
Nigga,
on,
96
man.
Naughty Windbreaker shit, living dangerous.
Shout out Rome.
Shout out Rome Streets. But I mean, yo, just the message, man. I don't know too many people that don't know that song lyrically back to back, bro. It resonates. It hits your heart, bro.
Yeah, copy. It does.
It hits your
But
heart.
against New York State of Mind?
It's a great record, bro. I gave you power.
I gave you powers.
Come on,
Elite.
bro. The description of the gun. Watch them niggas. All right, I was taking in blood.
Nigga in Blood is elite.
Nas is coming. That could be one of the biggest letdowns
It's grown on me
in
over the years.
considering what those two
I'll
are.
let it rock.
And where the setup would have. Come on. Yo, even we'll take Black Girl Lost because you just need something like that on the album to like. You
And
know
we
what I'm saying?
don't have nameless here to say some stupid shit like Black Girl
To throw the
Black Girl
whole
Lost wasn't
fucking
good.
the whole
Suspect
fucking segment.
shootouts?
Yeah, Shootouts is
Come
amazing.
on, said live nigga rap, and if you end the shit with "If I Rule the World,"
Yo, I'm gonna let y'all
Affirmative
in
action.
nigga.
on a little secret, just so y'all can tap into my producer mind. With a lot of my beats, I give it the Shootouts test because I have a acapella of it, and so like if I put the Shootouts acapella over it and that shit is ringing, ooh, I know I got one.
Was he not dancing on that beat, bro? The way Nas
Bro.
was working that beat, hitting them angles.
I understand, and I love it was written.
Okay.
It's a classic.
Okay.
It's just not an Illmatic classic.
What makes matter of fact, let me adjust the camera.
Yeah,
You know what I
Johnny.
mean? Let me get it back on.
Look. Matter of fact.
Guerrilla recording.
I'm gonna make a statement here.
What
If you-
separates Illmatic from It Was Written?
If I were to say, if you were to say, pick the best 3 songs, the top 3 songs of Illmatic and It Was Written together, all 3 of them will come from Illmatic. All 3 of them.
I think
New York State of Mind,
You're crazy.
Okay.
The World Is Yours, and One Love. As much as I
One Love will come before I Rule the World, you think?
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
think so, bro.
Yes. One
Street
Love
Dreams?
is so special.
If I Rule the
Street
World-
Dreams ain't even really one of my favorite joints off of It Was
Matter of
Written,
fact,
to
give
be
me this
honest.
fucking
I loved it at the time.
John,
Today,
talk some sense to this
I would
nigga.
almost- honestly, I almost prefer the Street Dreams remix
Right.
to the original.
All right, so for me, like, again, this is a tough conversation to have because it's 2 legendary albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you talk about It Was Written and Illmatic, you're talking about outside of what Big did, 1-2 combination out the gate as a new artist. You could argue that Nas's first 2 out the gate are right there, or not, if not higher than what
fact.
Big did, depending on who you ask. But for me, like, I guess it comes. Dini made a strong point about formative years. I was too young to appreciate Illmatic. I was still like now tapping into Wu heavy. I loved Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? I was now starting to get the idea of what New York sounded like. So when I go to It Was Written, to me, like, we talk about New York rap a lot. You see people do these little documentaries and they talk about what they was listening to around whatever time or whatever year. To me, It Was Written doesn't get enough credit for being very important to what New York sounded like.
That's a fact.
To me, like It Was Written is one of the most New York albums ever made. As far as the sound, the aesthetic. Of course you had, the mafioso rap. Cool. But that's what everybody was doing
At that time.
What we talking
Big
about?
was,
Beat for
they
beats. Talking about your
Wu-Tang was.
niggas, street life, still looking ahead to wanting to be more grandiose than what you were in the moment.
Bad Boy too.
Bad Boy too, but like what Nas did was he still kept it street.
Yeah, man.
Bad Boy was by 96 gloss.
was clean.
Big
Yeah.
gloss.
It's clean.
Big gloss. You know what I'm saying? But it was written front. I told y'all the story, nigga. I was in a birthday party, bro. 12 years old. My cousin handed me the tape in a Walkman. I'm aging myself. And I played that album front to back. This is well before Nas versus Jay-Z, before I had to pick a side and be a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? I was just listening to rap. You know what I mean? I was just listening to rap. And I'm like, yo, this album is fucking amazing. To me, like, I'm going to get some hate for this, but it was written, push 36 Chambers out the way for me.
That's on God.
It pushed 36
It
Chambers
did.
out the way.
Can it
Like,
be
when I say,
Vanity
like,
from Last Dragon?
This nigga was rapping his ass off. And again, to me, it goes back to like perception wars. We talk about it a lot on the Rap Roundtable. Because of what Illmatic was, if it was written wasn't a duplicate of that, people were gonna push back. In 96, making radio records was still frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? So you have these radio-friendly records on It Was Written.
It depends
People kind of push back on it.
It depends on what artist you were looking at, though.
True, they didn't want that from Nas. in
Nah,
96.
exactly.
But Nas was making radio records. But Nas, to me, Nas was never glossy. He was never dancing in the video.
Not,
He was
not till way later.
right. He had a little R&B hook.
That
Right.
Hate Me
Cowboy
Now
Nas-
video was different.
Cowboy Nas
Hate Me
had
Now.
Cowboy Hot. Nas.
Hate Me Now was something else.
Yeah.
But in 96, it was still Street Dreams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Flavor videos. Y'all niggas is from New York in the chat. Y'all remember Bobby Simmons? Street Dreams was an important video.
Big
you know what I'm
deal.
saying? Come
The
on,
pink
bro.
suit. Motherfuckers was
Yeah.
digging on a pink suit,
That's
though.
one of the greatest
The
videos ever
casino
made.
joint.
Yeah, because again, the machismo of rap in 96 is not the machismo of rap in 2022.
Right. That's
a
96, a nigga like Nas, Chip Tooth Nas wearing a pink suit in the video,
Gangster.
unacceptable.
Facts.
Gangster though, man.
Pink suit with the white shoes on. You know what I mean?
I
Yo,
thought that
you
I
just-
thought that video was ill.
You just
I
come
loved
off.
it.
You just come
Ew.
off of watching like some boot camp video,
Right.
Black Moon or Smith and Wesson, and then
what was
Nas
that,
had the pink suit.
Blah, like
I was
this,
like,
blah,
yo, how
like
can this
that,
nigga get
the
away with
Helter,
this
the
shit? The nigga
Skelter,
look cool,
the
though.
Clapper, and then fucking Street Dreams come on and say, wait, time out.
Hop in the
You know
big
what I
auto.
mean? You know what I mean? But it's like, I just feel like if we talking about, and chat, tell me if I'm wrong. We brought y'all in here to defend Cinsere.
Please.
I feel like lyrically, bar for bar, Illmatic, best ever.
Legendary.
Great producers, all-star cast on the production side.
Game changing.
But it was written musically,
Sonically.
front to back, was the better album.
so
That's my take.
so let me ask you, Jov.
Let me get the camera.
Ask
on.
both of y'all, but mainly Jov because you just made that statement.
Okay.
So are you saying it was written production-wise was better than Illmatic?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Rap production improved by the time it was written dropped. Production was leveling up.
Now what? And I just want to be clear on this. What do you mean by production? Do you mean the beats, or do you mean the sonics, the levels, the
everything.
gloss, the mastering, the
He's
mixing?
talking about the old school
Good
legendary aspect of this shit.
It was a much more cleaner album because technology changed by 96.
Yeah.
Rap was less raw. Shout out to Bad Boy. Rap itself, the sound of rap was less raw
Cleaned out
by
a lot of that
95,
shit.
96 as opposed to 92, 93. Because as much as people celebrate what Wu-Tang did, what RZA did with the raw sound, a lot of it was accessibility. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they did it on purpose to create an aesthetic. That's what they had in the moment. You know what I mean? So I think about production and I'm like, the shit sounded better technology, and it was better competition. Because you think about it, Illmatic dropped, you had all the shit the West Coast niggas was doing. You know what I'm saying? You had the shit Bad Boy was doing. And it's like, as much as us as fans might not have wanted Nas to do that, Nas is looking around at these niggas moving units. And they like, wait, these niggas are selling what? I gotta compete with these niggas. And he decided to take a sound, shout out to the track masters, decided to take a sound
Freak it.
that could somehow, where he wouldn't compromise himself as an artist, but still being able to get spins on the radio, because you know what's funny, niggas hate radio records, but a lot of them niggas, even Tupac, moving units,
Making them club records.
helped them stake their claim as number one. And Nas looked at the climate and said, I gotta do this in order to stand next to these niggas to be number one. And front to back, Niggas fronted on it was written because of Illmatic, but song for song, you can't tell me Nas wasn't better than he ever was. He got better as an artist from Illmatic to It Was
rapping, bro.
I'm wildin'.
He got
like culturally, I think hip hop is. I mean, Illmatic culturally might be the better album as far as like what it did.
Illmatic
Like
is
I
the
said,
culture, bro.
But I said, but as far as if I'm going somewhere, I need to listen to a Nas album, bro. I'm going to It Was Written. No, man. It got everything you need.
Let me look at the chat. Let's see what the chat talking about.
It got everything you need. It got the street joints. It got the turn up joints. It got something for the ladies. It got
I get it.
It's a full course meal.
I get it.
Okay.
But and I hear y'all. Nas as an MC, as a rapper, as an artist, he leveled up on It Was Written.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If we talking about industry standards. But it's a hunger.
I ain't gonna lie, the chat is a lot more divided than I thought it was gonna be.
It's a hunger on Illmatic that's just
stomped out with the Timbs on right
palpable.
Construct.
There's a hunger on Illmatic that's palpable that can't be replicated, man. Like that's a once in a lifetime catch lightning in a bottle type of hunger, type of chemistry. You know what I mean? That for a newer generation, you know, some people from the newer generation will look at the blueprint because we know this. We hear the stories of the blueprint recorded in like 2 weeks, and it was just like lightning in the bottle with Kanye and Just Blaze and Timbaland and
worked out crazy.
Everybody, Bink. You know what I mean? But before that, like I said, you know what I mean? Illmatic was the pre-blueprint.
Illmatic was the standard, and I think that for me, before I pass it to Dini, the only reason why It Was Written for a long time wasn't revered was because of Illmatic. It had nothing to do with what It Was Written wasn't. It was because it just wasn't Illmatic 2.
It's the purest. It's the purest hip hop album, bro. Like, if that is what it is. It's the purest hip hop album. And that's beautiful. I think like when we talk about hip hop albums, the classics, you will think of Nas. But I'm talking about if I want something to listen to, I'm going on my stroll for the day. I'm making my moves. I'm sorry, man. It Was Written just take me to a different place, bro.
It Was Written was kind of the score of New York City.
It
more
was.
than Illmatic was.
Like that shit with Lauryn Hill, bro. That shit don't get the credit it deserves. That shit was everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And I'm not to say that the Illmatic, that didn't happen with Illmatic, but what was the Illmatic drink that was you just couldn't escape?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna fuck Sin up right now. I'm sorry, dude.
It ain't hard to tell, man. That shit was everywhere, bro.
Bro. It Was Written was more closer to the Queensbridge sound than Illmatic.
You're bugging the fuck out.
Talk to me, Sin.
You're bugging the fuck out now.
You don't think so?
No, Trackmasters?
It's about to get hectic.
It wasn't, bro. Come on, son. 96. Take yourself to 96.
Bro, Illmatic. You had LES and Q-Tip from Queens. Large Pro from Queens.
He had Beats from Have on a.
Bugging.
He had Queens.
Don't get me wrong.
Right, it didn't have Havoc on it.
Right.
It Was Written,
but come on.
I don't
if
know.
I Rule the World,
I think It Was Written as
Black Girl
Queensbridge.
Lost, Street Dreams. That's all Queensbridge.
Yes, bro.
No.
Yes, bro.
I'll give you the setup. And what's the other one? Suspect.
Shootouts.
I'll
give you
Shootouts is Queen. It got a Queensbridge feel to it.
Son,
Shootouts.
It Was Written is still a Queensbridge album, bro.
Son ain't having it, bro.
It's a New York album, bro.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not.
Like, if you play the score of Queensbridge, It Was Written is heavily in the mix, bro. More than Illmatic.
Nah, man.
Illmatic,
of New York City?
Matter of fact, let me get the camera on second.
Take that.
I'm gonna piss him
Diddy
off
style.
right now. I'm gonna piss him off right now. To me,
let me see your list again, bro. Hold on.
To me, It Was Written. I mean, Illmatic, it leans closer to 80s rap than 90s rap.
Oh my God.
I mean,
you don't even. What is your frame of reference?
89?
What is your frame of reference, bro?
Like Life's the Bitch. Yeah. Life's the Bitch can be counted as.
He wasn't inspired by the 80s legends?
Of course he was. But production-wise, Production-wise, it had nothing to do with.
To me,
Halftime could have been like a
Production-wise, it was like
halftime could have been a late '80s record.
Yes.
Come
halftime.
on, halftime.
That was
One Love.
Come
Memory
on,
Lane.
because halftime was the first one that was
To me,
recorded. That was recorded in '92.
It was written as
that was on the Zebrahead soundtrack.
Bro, it was written as 90s.
It was
soundtrack
written
music.
as pure, raw, uncut 90s rap, bro. The aesthetic is New York.
I'm not denying that. It's not rawer than Illmatic. It's not
right.
like Queens is raw, bro. And I think this is one of the reasons why so many people felt the way that they did about It Was Written, because like Brooklyn was always the flossy motherfucker. Big, J, Kane,
Harlem too.
you know what I mean?
Harlem.
But Queens, everybody looked to Queens for the grimy shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mob Deep,
Queens
G-Rap,
get
Big
you know what I
Noid,
mean? Big Noid,
creep niggas.
you know what I
Shout out
mean?
to Noid.
And so it, and Nas followed in that suit, but a little bit more, more philosophical, more esoteric, a little bit more intellectual, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But he still kept that Queens energy, I feel, on Illmatic. And then It Was Written comes on, and it's like, oh, you trying to be like one of them flossy motherfuckers.
Nah, but that was the problem, Sen. The initial reaction, because of the pushback to commercial rap, niggas didn't give it its fair shake. Think about how much niggas loved It Was Written more in retrospect. Once they got out of their feelings and realized this album is actually fucking fire.
Facts. But then, look,
It was
keep
written.
this.
Illmatic had a lot
96.
of faithfuls,
It was
bro.
written 96. The year right after that, 97.
The glossiest year ever.
Right. Componenori. Where, like, hit you double down on the fucking grimy shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So It Was Written really stuck out like a sore thumb in that Queens era.
You taking points off of him having the vision, bro. He saw where it was going.
I'm not taking points. I'm just saying, I understand it. I understand the vision. And it was the right move. I'm not saying it was the wrong move.
Okay.
It was the right move. Otherwise, he would have been, and shout out to what's his name, Tony the Dome, on Twitter. He makes this point all the time. Like if Nas would have followed up with Illmatic Part 2, he might have ended up like boot camping them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spaced himself out.
Yeah.
Same thing with Biggie. You know what I mean? If Biggie don't have Puff, he might have ended up like, an underground 90s.
You gotta
rap
clean
act
up
that-
sometime.
Hey, look, listen, chat. I hear what Sin is saying. We know the reverence for Illmatic, but to me, musically, to Dini, musically and sonically, that was the next level.
I'm not trying to hear that Trackmasters is making better beats for Nas.
It's not about
not
better
about
beats.
It's not about
bro.
the beats,
It's
bro.
about
and
better
Q-Tip.
album.
We were getting the same
Sometimes-
kind of lyricism, but with like newer
Bro.
beats.
Nah, y'all telling me It Was Written and Trackmasters had better production
To me, all right,
than
listen.
Illmatic.
No, but you don't have to. You could have better beats, quote unquote, on Illmatic, but front to back, album for album, considering the climate, bro.
Memory Lane.
Bro,
Legendary.
Illmatic, bro,
Respect.
is not fucking with It Was Written. To me,
Wildin'.
to Dini.
Wildin'.
Chat.
Where's Mace? Mace, where you at, man?
Macito.
K-Toe just said
I need
Trackmasters
you to
was
call
going
in.
crazy on It Was Written.
They was.
They went
I need you to
hard.
call
They went
in.
ham, bro. The Street G's remix with Kells was fire.
Dream.
We don't support R. Kelly. We understand.
mercy,
But-
Put the discllaimer up.
But
fire, nigga. Stop it,
to me,
You was
to
there.
me,
I love Street
to
Dreams
me,
remix,
exactly.
All right, boom. Here's my hot take before we kill this live. Shout out to y'all for pulling up randomly. We ain't promoted.
Love,
We fuck
y'all.
with y'all. Love. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And if you wasn't in here, y'all not catching it. We're deleting this out.
Oh, it's gonna be deleted, yes. But nevertheless, we don't get what Biggie did with Life After Death without It Was
It's
written.
written.
We don't get Reasonable Doubt or Volume 1 without It Was written. We don't get whatever East Coast rap looked like in history
We don't get the
without
shiny
It Was written.
suit era
The
of
shiny
Bad
suit era,
Boy.
we don't get that without It Was written. It Was written is one of the most important albums in East Coast rap history.
You think?
More important than Illmatic.
Whoa.
Aesthetically.
How you feel, Sin?
Way more important.
He needs
How
some
about that,
milk.
Sin? How about that, Sin?
Jump in there.
When we get the camera on Sin, look at his face.
Throw in the fucking towel.
Nah, I see the argument for
See
it
the
was
vision?
written.
Bro.
It was written
It
like
was major.
being the like that stepping stone, that like that leveling up that the game needed at the time for a Big to come with a life after death, for a Jay to come with what he came with.
Only built for Cuban links?
Huh?
All of that!
No, that was before.
95.
That was before.
That's
Right?
95.
I
That was-
tried. I
You
tried. That was 95.
You tried.
I
That was
tried.
Heavy
That was
Gambino rap.
I
too.
tried. I really did. Matter of fact, that might be responsible for it was written, but you know,
shit.
just scratch your head.
Yeah, that's another conversation altogether.
damn sure
Yo,
is.
motherfucker, to piggyback off that, because we've talked a little bit about Wu-Tang and stuff. Motherfuckers on Twitter today was arguing heavy about Wu-Tang versus Outkast.
Stop.
So,
Stop.
this
This is not even a fair argument, but Wu-Tang. The answer is always Wu-Tang.
Bruh.
If you talk about 90s
wouldn't-
rap,
we
the
might not
answer is always Wu-Tang,
No disrespect, we probably wouldn't even need Wu-Tang, bro. Ray and Ghost alone might just be enough. You know what I'm saying?
But if you leave out the solo projects and just go by the group projects,
You can't, bro. Because it was all encompassing. Let's say 93
no,
to
I
like
understand
97.
that. But if you only consider the
Then it's
albums that
Outkast.
were credited to,
then it's
Wu-Tang
Outkast. But we know Wu-Tang is not just about the group
Right,
albums.
of course.
You know what I mean?
You gotta count. I mean, that's a lot of music, baby. You take the Ghost catalog
Chat,
alone, man.
We
Facts.
gotta kill this. You're gonna get the rest of the episode real soon. This is we in a session. Let me pan it real quick. We in here with Deanie,
Little
Cinsere,
schmack.
rest- We got Josh. You always hear about Josh. There's Josh. You know what I'm saying?
We here.
We in a stew. Episode 53. We cooking, but we gotta go. We'll chop it up with y'all real soon. Peace.
A lot of Migos.
Good shit, fellas. That's a good argument, and enough room for us to argue about it some more later.
It was real.
You know what I mean? Next thing that we gotta talk about, you know, Cinsere kind of talked about it a little bit, and there was another person I want to give him his credit who brought it to the forefront. I think when we did the post about, we asked the chat, what do y'all want to hear us talk about in the future? And there was a cat, his name was Michael, but I want to get his full name in there because I want to give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? There it is. I found the post. This is raw. We doing this live. You know what I mean?
Building a plane while we flying.
Michael Brown. So he had the idea, but the Sin expanded on it, talking about who had the biggest fumble in rap history. So being that this was Cinsere's topic, I've been having Sin go first every segment because we didn't hear from Sin
He
for
ain't
mad
been here in a
days.
while.
Facts.
First time in history there was no Sin.
No sin. He's back though.
Nah, I went to LA last year.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But it's been a while. It was weird.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really weird. You know what I mean?
We weren't doing all the extra videos back
Right.
then, so it's been
There
like
it is.
three segments,
Upgrades.
an episode and 2 segments that I haven't been around for.
That was a lot of you know
Crazy.
what I mean? I had to be responsible for shit, bro. You know what I mean? But anyway, biggest fumble. Talk to us, Sin.
I'm gonna leave a certain person alone because we already kind of ganged up on him.
Damn it.
Come on.
We was trying to get him on the show.
Come on.
But
Get him. Get him.
No.
Nah. We're gonna leave it alone. We've already addressed that.
not a bad
Points
thing.
were made.
Points were made.
But I'm gonna keep it consistent with the topic at hand, right? We like to build connections here. I think, to me personally, as a personal fan,
Okay.
the biggest fumble was not releasing the original double album I Am that was scheduled to release in 1999 because of the rampant bootlegging, right?
Okay.
And bootlegging, bootlegging was what it was. Like, that shit was heinous at the time, man. Like, fucking Un got a whole knife in him due to bootlegging. So
Damn it.
bro.
so
That's
I
crazy,
understand what it was, and like, artists feeling like, damn, you really fucking with my bag, you fucking with my my money and my sales. I get it. I understand it. But there's a very, very big part of me that wishes that Nas, being the artist that he is, or the label, I don't know who made the decision, probably the label, but somebody, whoever was in charge of making this decision, I wish they would have made the decision to say, you know what, fuck it, the bootlegging happened, it's out there, bootleg copies are everywhere. But we're gonna roll with it, right? And maybe push the album date up. You know what I mean? Because that used to happen too. You know what I mean? Like the album would get leaked, bootleg copies was out there. Move the album up, right, to try to lessen the damage. Mm-hmm. That I Am double album that was supposed to come out. If you tack that on to the tail end of Illmatic and It Was Written, and then I Am double album with Blaze of 50, Drunk by Myself.
Yeah.
We ended up getting these songs on the Lost tapes later on, so it's cool. But some of these songs, man, and then you see the track, and then some of them weren't even on the Lost tape, on either Lost tapes, and they were just floating around out there. Again, during the Napster, LimeWire, Waze era. Yeah, man, I'm very well versed in the Nas unreleased Lost tapes discography. And man, some of those songs, what was it? The Rise and Fall. Oh my God. If they would have gone on as scheduled, as planned, it would have been on an undeniable 3-peat. We would have looked at Nas way differently at the end of that 90s era. But decisions were made. They decided, you know what, we're going to cut it down to a single album, going to go back in the studio and record some new songs, more radio-friendly songs. To this day, I still hold this theory that there's no proof to this whatsoever, but I still hold the theory that the label purposely leaked it to have an excuse to have Nas go back in the studio and record some more radio-friendly songs, like the joint with Aaliyah,
Sabotage,
Big Girl.
You Won't See Me Tonight.
Yeah,
it was actually fire, but
I mean, it wasn't my bag, you know what I mean? Yeah. But
it wasn't Nas's bag either.
Right, as a person, as a Nas fan, personally, that's the biggest fumble.
All right, we're running out of time. We went crazy with the It Was Written Illmatic segment, so let's pick up the pace. Deanie, biggest fumble.
All right, I'd probably say I would have had it at the Murdergram album, that there was no Murdergram album. Ja, X, Hove. I'd have had that, and keep it light. After hearing what Irv Gotti said, that fucking Hove Nas Can I Live. That was yes. Those are really just two that really hit me. But what you got, Javi?
Hove Nas.
That would have been crazy. Game.
Who fumbled? Nas?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, granted, he didn't have if he didn't have the disdain for Hove or whatever he had.
There was supposed to be a Machine Gun Funk remix too with Biggie and Nas.
You see that?
And Nas apparently got too high. That's the story. He got too high, and there's all sorts of stories of Nas just
that Buddha do you?
Yeah, just
Nas a stoner.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It didn't really impact much.
What you got?
We still got legendary shit, but every time pardon me, Migos. Irv kind of mentioned it on Drink Champs, and he talked about this guy, and I think about how history, the more years pass by, haven't been kind to him. To me, it's Dame. Oh, and it's not for, I don't we'll never know what really happened with him and Jay-Z. We'll hear stories, but to me, Dame not being still a completely prevalent member of the culture, he might still be getting money. I don't know.
He's around.
Yeah. But considering who he was, let's say his apex was 2002. Right. What he was doing as a CEO.
Yeah, he was the man.
And what I hear about him from other people saying he wasn't willing to play ball. He burnt bridges with people at all of these labels. To me, Dame Dash shouldn't have stopped because of whatever happened with Jay-Z. So I got to look at Dame as the biggest fumble because there's one constant narrative for him, regardless of who you are. He burned a lot of bridges. He wasn't willing to do business. Irv has said it himself recently. Kevin Lyles,
Shit on
Lior,
a lot of people.
a lot of other names, Craig Cowman. There's a lot of people who look at Dame a certain kind of way because of who he was as a person.
And who have say.
Yes. And you know what? For me, like I felt like even if him and Hov fell out, Dipset was right there. It was nothing for him to go down the block and chill with the Dips and make sure that their deals was right. But I watch footage of him and I just know how he is. Even when he's done these interviews, he's not an easy person. And in this space, when you're dealing with millions of dollars, as much as he might look at it as not being a boss or being a yes man, you got to know how to play ball in certain rooms. And I feel like Dame being himself, he talked himself out of a lot of rooms, Jay-Z or otherwise. Jay-Z's a shiesty nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z know how to work a room.
Jay-Z know how to work a room. And you keep your bags rolling in. You keep your business moving by knowing how to work these rooms. And a lot of y'all in the chat gonna be like, oh, it's a real nigga and honorable and all of that. Listen, let me explain something to y'all if y'all don't already know this.
Business, man.
When you're at a certain level of business, being a real nigga don't fucking matter. It's about how you work these rooms. And Dame chose to be a real nigga over working the rooms. And maybe there's some honor in that, but there's a lot of fumbling in that too.
That's a lot of fun.
Yup.
And that being said, to me, Dame Dash.
That's ill, Joff. That's a good one.
For Irv to say what he said in the Drink Champs interview, unsolicited, Nori just got the nigga fucked up. And he was
Yeah,
talking.
he was clapped. Two good L's.
It don't look like Irv needs much.
Right. Right.
to
right.
get going. To get
So
the
with that
snowball rolling.
With that said, it's like that means there was a consensus about who Dame was. You hate to see it. All right, we've got to my favorite segment of the show, the mailbag, where we get to talk to our fans or our detractors, people who fuck with us or they don't fuck with us. I don't know, you know? So we have a multitude of segments. You know what I mean? We have the Funk Flex topic. We have the game topic. We got some topics. But the first thing I want to start with, I want to get the negative shit out the way first. We have a person who hates the Rap Roundtable with a passion.
Oh.
He hates me specifically because I go back and forth about Jay-Z and Nas. And it's like, like I said on a recent episode, like who you want to like. You know what I'm saying? If you like Jay, you like Jay. If you like Nas, you like Nas, whatever. You know what I mean? But he says, Bagga Jones.
Bag of what?
Bagga,
Jones.
B-A-G-G-A Jones says,
Bag of never.
yeah. Fuck your podcast, Jay-Z Dick Riders. According to hip hop, the best hip hop podcast on YouTube. No matter how much Jay-Z dick you guys ride, y'all will never get invited to the Rock Nation brunch. Okay. Being a fan of Jay-Z makes you a dick rider. So what I highlighted this. Josh, don't kick us out. I highlighted this because the whole reason why a lot of people believe that we're Jay-Z dick riders is because of the topic we did mad months ago about verses. Where we said that we believe that based on Jay-Z's catalog and his ability to work a stadium or a venue, he would win a versus against almost anybody.
Yeah.
Somehow that turned us into Jay-Z apologists, Jay-Z dick riders, when only one of us wears a Jay-Z cape at the Rap Roundtable, and that's me. So I wanted to highlight that because I know what this stems from. We can't say a nigga can win a versus now.
I just want to say that message was delivered on the Lord's Day. We got that on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Like, bro.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Yo, you
bro.
got a new name, bro. Your name is Bag of Dicks.
Sheesh.
Bag
Fuck
of
outta here.
Jones. Like, that's crazy.
Send this is coming to you. Keep it quick. Iron Myra is a person who fucks with the show. Who
Yes.
fucks with us on Twitter. Shout out to Iron.
Shout out to you,
Appreciate you.
Iron.
Dope episode. My opinion is that Nas and Jay-Z is a two-headed goat. Neck and neck right now with Nas' latest run. Looking forward to both of them dropping new music. Biggie isn't in the conversation for me because he doesn't have enough work. We never got to see what his plateau or fall off would have looked like. A lot of what ifs there. Your thoughts, Sam?
I mean, that's a fact. That's a very good point. I always talk about Big within the context of his time period. You know what I mean? In that era of Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, Wu-Tang in New York. That's the context I always speak of him within. But yeah, I mean, he had an untimely early demise. It's a fact. We don't know what the rest of his career would have looked like. But in terms of the raw skill set that he exhibited during that time, you can't tell me he wasn't the most complete. You know what I mean? You had MCs that was nicer. Mm-hmm. You had MCs that may have been better at certain things than he was, or other things that he was. But as far as the full package, well-rounded, complete MC, rapper, artist, it was big.
Okay,
we put the lyrics to the new beats,
right? And again within that time period. But then you take him out of that time period and drop him in another time period. Throw some trappy beats behind him, and he's still killing the beats.
We gotta find that
records,
link that May shared, so niggas can really hear what we talking about.
Yeah. That shit was incredible.
Deanie, this one is for you. Joe Bros, another supporter of the Rap Roundtable, says he's speaking about Game's album Illmatic. He says, "It's trash. The amount of reused beats and samples is ridiculous. I only got halfway through before I cut that shit off. I added 2 songs from the first half of the Heart versus Mind, and the joint with Pusha T and 2 Chainz. Maybe I'll get back to the rest. Probably not, though." So he doesn't think Game's album is good. Your thoughts?
It's a hard listen because it's so long. Pause. Like I said the album's a quarter water. There's probably about 7-8 songs I plan to revisit. I'm not mad at your sentiments or your statements, good brother.
Jeez. All right, and this last one, I'm gonna take it because it just seems a little ridiculous. If y'all want to chime in, feel free. It comes from The Truest. The Truest reputation on YouTube is very notorious for his takes. He says, and he's responding to our discussion about Funk Flex and his impact in the city, or lack thereof, depending on your point of view. He says, Pump Faker Flex is 100% bum and buster. It's pretty clear that Jay is better than Nas and Big. Lyricism does matter, and Jay does stuff with words the 2 other can't and didn't. The opposite isn't true. Hate to break it to you, but if you think Hove's entendres are great, you should hear Lupe's, the GOAT. And it's okay to clown Nas stands. They're the grumpiest of all hip-hop fans. and Luda is better than Biggie and Nas. So, you know what?
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly. So, hold on. Matter of fact, where's the drop? Hold on. Where's it at?
What the fuck?
So, most of what he said on my trolliest of days, I would stand right next to the truest, right? But then you say Luda is better than Nas. The Truest, I know you're watching this, so I'm looking right into your soul. What the fuck are you? Matter of fact,
play the thing, please.
Where's it at?
The fuck are you talking about?
What?
The fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck? In what realm is Ludacris better than Big?
We was there with you for a minute, brother. For a quick minute, we was there with you.
I understand that you love to antagonize Nas fans. I get it. I've taken a career or made a career out of trolling Nas fans, and I've got shot at for my own detriment. I understand, but Luda's better than Big, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Knock it off.
And I like Luda, but just shit like that makes you want to hate the fucking person you like because there's some dumb shit like that.
Knock it off.
I love Luda, but get the fuck out of here.
Matter of fact, I got one more for y'all.
Go ahead.
I don't want to leave it on a sour note. I Am God, another supporter of the Rap Roundtable,
brother.
He got some music I'm gonna share with y'all. Pretty good.
Oh yeah, yo! Shout out to I Am God. He hit me up on Twitter. I'm gonna get to it, brother. But I've been on vacation and shit, so
I tapped in. It's good. I won't even lie to you.
Yeah.
Said that.
He says Esco is my GOAT, my favorite lyricist of all time, dead or alive. However, I can be objective and agree that Jay is the best to ever do it overall. Overall is in caps. His consistency far as quality album sales dictating the culture for so long, having the hottest label for a good minute, his transition into business and just being the motherfucker lot of motherfuckers want to be. Jay massively played the rap game while Nas chose to remain an artist primarily up until recently. I do believe if Nas continues to consistently drop high quality projects like he's doing and his business acumen continues to grow, he most definitely closes the gap. Dope episode though. A lot of y'all fucked with episode 52 and we fuck with y'all for that. Yes, Chicago never forgot how to rap, he also says. Sin, you get to close out the segment. What are your thoughts on his response to us?
I agree.
Okay.
Good shit.
Shout out.
Shout out to you, I'm God.
Now, we're uptown. Sin dropped his bags. I don't know if he unpacked his bags, but he's out front. He got his Migos and his lemonade. He's looking at some people he doesn't understand. He doesn't know them. And he's asking them too. Get off my lawn. Get off the lawn.
Facts. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet and succinct because we gotta get out of here. I'm not trying to get charged overtime. Anyhow, this Get Off My Lawn segment goes out to a certain segment of hip hop listeners out there, but it's definitely stemming from a conversation I just had last night with my boy, my brother. I'm not even gonna call him my boy. That's my brother. We go back like 30 years. My brother Al
Green.
Yes, sir.
Top hats, Drake fan.
Fedoras.
Yes.
The round table needs you at this table, my guy.
But I've heard this from a number of people, or at least read it on social media. There's a certain segment of people that don't think that the Kendrick album, the latest Kendrick album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, counts as a rap album.
What?
And that shit really gets me upset.
What the fuck?
With all the mumble ass, auto-tune ass, no bar having ass, no subject matter having ass, whack music that's out there, to look at Kendrick Lamar and his album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and say that's not a rap album is ridiculous to me. Absolutely, like, just an atrocious take. I understand that there was elements of spoken word poetry. Some of the production was a little off kilter, but that man was rapping his ass off. And Jav mentioned this earlier in the episode today. He almost leveled up. Not to say that he wasn't already rapping his ass off previously, but the flows and the cadences and the pockets that he found and the subject matter that he tackled. If y'all don't like the album sonically, production wise, I can understand that. It's not for everybody. If y'all don't like it subject wise, some of the topics were a little too hot for some of y'all. I understand that. It's not for everybody. But to say he's not rapping and that it's not a rap album,
horse shit.
Absolutely atrocious take. Ridiculous.
Like, who is this guy? Where'd he come from? And why do we fucking keep acting like he's somebody that we need to fuck with?
Facts.
Get rid of this guy.
Get rid of him. Get rid of anybody that says this. I love you, Al, but you got to get the fuck off my lawn. And anybody else that agrees with it, you got to hit it again.
Get off my lawn.
I'm not even a big fan of the album, but you'd be a dickhead to see this shit not a rap album. No offense,
nigga.
Fuck.
That's crazy. Let me be clear before I pass it to Didi. I never know what the lawn segment is gonna be until we get here. And I told y'all early in the episode that it was Shogun rapping, in my opinion, rapping on that album. So for niggas to say that he's not rapping, what the fuck is he doing? Spoken word? That's what you're gonna say? It was rap. Sorry. What he was rapping about, different conversation. But the rapping was absolutely there.
And the shit that makes me even more mad about it is that this is why like rap and hip hop stays in its pigeonhole.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, because like so many of the listening audience is like, nope, you step too far outside of this box, it's not rap no more. Fuck out of here. Get off my lawn.
Deanie, matter of fact,
Get off my lawn.
Deanie, take us home.
Yo, the Cash App is active. The merch will be active. We got the hats. We're going to have tees, hoodies. Fuck with us. I want to give a special shout out to Josh We appreciate you for staying late with us. I'm a little schmizzed, a little drizzed. I want to give a special shout out to Cinsere for welcome back, brother.
Thank you.
The pod's been missing your energy.
Yes, sir.
We love your energy, good brother. Shout out to Macito. Now he's on vacation. The Fantastic Four will reunite once again very soon. This is the rap snob, Cinsere. This is the fucking point guard, fucking Jav. I am the balance of the force, Deanie, a little inebriated, but the greatest you've ever seen. We are the Rap Roundtable, and with our powers combined, we bring you greatness. We out! Boom, 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 boom. Fuck out of it, nigga.